You're young, and I get it. You think you've got time. But the truth is, you've got a long road ahead, and it won't be easy. Yeah, your father may have done what he could for you. Maybe he worked hard, maybe he didn't. But either way, this is your life now. And if you're waiting for someone to carry you, you're going to be waiting forever. Because this world, it doesn't care about excuses. It doesn't slow down for anyone. It's hard, and it will test you, over and over again. The world is the ultimate competitor. It finds your weakness and punches you there, again and again, until you either fold or fight. So, it's time to shut out the noise. Get off the podcasts for a minute. Step away from scrolling, from comparing, from talking about it. It's time to go back to the mental lab, the place where growth happens. The place where you figure out who you really are. You need to get to a point where nothing can shake you. Nothing can break you, because you've done the inner work. You've faced your demons. You've sat down with your trauma and said, all right, let's talk. And instead of running from it, you've made peace with it. You've grown from it. You're not ashamed anymore. You're not hiding. Shame keeps people stuck. Shame is the silent killer of dreams. But you don't have to live in shame. Whatever you've done in your past, own it, fix it, and get better from it. That's all anyone can ask of you. Everything you need is already inside you. You don't need more tools, you need more time with yourself. You have to be brutally honest and ask, what don't I like about myself? Where am I falling short? That honesty? That's your path forward. Pain is coming either way. Life doesn't care if you choose it or not. But here's the thing. If you choose the pain, if you intentionally walk through the fire, you get stronger. So pick something hard to do every day. Not because it's trendy, not to prove something to others. Do it because it makes you better. Do it because when life blindsides you, and it will, you'll already be battle-tested. And I'm not saying go run 200 miles or become some superhero overnight. I'm saying, build toughness. Real toughness. The kind that lets you keep going when life falls apart. The kind that lets you move forward when you're hit with loss, betrayal, or heartbreak. That's the toughness you need. Most people wait until the end to figure out why they were broken. They wait until the autopsy. But what if you did your own live autopsy, while you're still breathing? What if you figured out today what's holding you back, and fixed it now? I was alive, but I was dead inside. And once I realized that, I made the decision to come back to life. To rebuild. To be reborn. All the pain you've been through? There's wisdom in that. Use it. Dig through your memories, your failures, your disappointments. Study them. Don't bury them. They're your map. They tell you where you stopped growing. Where you need to heal. Where you need to fight again. Most people wait for some big purpose to arrive. Some big moment to tell them, this is why you're here. But I'll tell you something. Your purpose isn't out there waiting for you. It's inside you. You are the purpose. You are the reason to get up. You are the reason to grow. When you really love yourself, you don't need a reason to show up. You do it because you're worth it. You eat right because you matter. You work hard because you care. You push forward, not because there's a prize, but because you refuse to stay the same. I was born David Goggins. But David Goggins wasn't strong enough. He was scared. He was bullied. He was abused. And every time life got hard, he quit. That version of me couldn't handle pain. So I built another version. I built Goggins. I created the person I needed to become. And I found that strength not in comfort, but in the grind. In waking up when I didn't have to. In digging deep when no one was watching. That's where growth lives. Not in applause. Not in validation. In the dark, quiet corners where you're alone with your doubt, and you keep going anyway. But here's something just as important. Stay humble. Humility is power. There was a man named William Crawford, a Medal of Honor recipient. He fought in war, risked his life, saved others. But later, he worked as a janitor at the Air Force Academy. And he never bragged. He never showed off. He just cleaned the floors, quiet, respectful, humble. He knew who he was. He didn't need recognition. That's real strength. That's the kind of character that lasts. Me? I don't look down on anyone. I've been at the bottom. I've been the guy no one believed in. That's why I help others, because I know what it feels like to be in the dungeon. And I know how to get out. So when I speak to people, I don't speak down, I speak across. Because I've walked through that same fire. You have to show up for yourself, especially when you don't feel like it. Because motivation fades, discipline is what carries you through. But even discipline needs a clear mind. If your head is full of clutter, stress, distractions, drama, you won't have room for consistency. Think of your mind like a garage. If it's full of junk, you can't find your tools. So I meditate every night, not because it's cool, but because I need to clean the garage. I need space to think, to reset, to prepare. Without truth, you have no starting point. And the truth? It's not found in comfort. It's found in chaos, in discomfort, in the places you avoid. That's where toughness is built. You've got to drown a little to learn how to breathe. Most of us set goals that are safe. We pick targets we know we can hit. And we wonder why we're not growing. Stop doing what's easy. Start doing what scares you. That fear you feel? That's where the growth is. When your alarm goes off at 4 a.m., and your mind says, no. You say, this is who we are now. This is what we do. The pain? It's part of the path. Every day, ask yourself, did I do enough today? You won't always want this. You won't always feel like doing the work. But if you want the result, you have to become the kind of person who shows up no matter what. Your brain is your most powerful weapon. And the moment you realize that, everything changes. You won't find the answers in your phone or from someone else. You'll find them in the silence, in the grind, in the struggle, in the moments when no one is watching and you choose to keep going anyway. You have to train your mind to go where you want to go. If you let it control you, it'll pull you into fear, doubt, and distraction. But if you take control, you'll realize you're capable of more than you ever imagined. When I was learning, I struggled. I couldn't read well. I couldn't focus. But I didn't stop. I rewrote. I reread. I repeated. And slowly, my brain said, okay, we'll figure it out. Because I gave it no way out. That's the mindset. We're not leaving. We're not quitting. We're staying until we finish. And over time, your mind adapts. It grows. It gets tougher. You become what you repeatedly do. I imagined myself in that room at Navy SEAL training. I visualized being number 23, the one who didn't quit. I wanted to feel what it felt like to go all the way. Not to win, not to beat anyone, but just to finish. Just to prove to myself that I could. And I found victory, not on the podium, but in the battle. In the sweat, in the moments where I used to give up but didn't this time. If you're struggling, and you're still standing, that's power. If you're broken but still moving, that's strength. No one becomes great without the pain, without the trials, without the accountability. Being accountable every day, to yourself and others, that's where greatness begins.